Hi there and welcome to another review by MrBetaDogg, and this will be my first on-screen review about a really cool online game that I discovered called Dead Frontier. Dead Frontier is basically a 2D zombie apocalypse game, and it is extremely fun to play, and believe me, I think that if you are a zombie fan, you will absolutely love this game. Anyway, I'm just going to create my account now. Yes, you can make your own account, and usually this will take some time, but usually it doesn't take that long, so I'm just gonna put that in. I'm also gonna put my email. I'm gonna get my password. And then there's also the usual visual verification. And, well, things about this game that I actually really like is that the menu screen is very, very subtle, very done, and it's very, very simple. Feels extremely complete. I'm just not going to save the password here. Good. Now, if you want to create your own survivor, first you're going to have to have the character name. So I'm just going to put MrBetaDogg. Okay. There's a lot of different professions to choose from. The main professions that you can choose from are usually doctors, farmers, chefs, and scientists, as well as your usual gun-wielding people such as soldiers, police officers, and of course you have other classes, firemen, athlete, and usually other civilian classes. What you can also do is that you can even change the way that your character looks. You can even change the skin tone, you can change the different kind of facial values, hair types, the hair color, and you can even add a beard. For now I'm just gonna add kind of like that face. I'm gonna put a tanned skin tone, some dark hair, maybe a goatee beard, and basically I'm gonna probably select a engineer. Now the intros aren't really that important, so I'm gonna skip that. Okay, so here we are at the main loading screen, and the good thing about this game is that it actually kind of starts you off really well. You have a pistol, and you have some kind of penknife that you can use. You have a lot of different places you can go to. You can go to your average gambling den if you just want to get some money. Meeting hall, which is basically a forum. The yard where you can go and scrap your own different guns, and you can actually make them. Records, which have a small value of who has actually been playing this game the longest, who has got the most kills, who has survived the longest. There is also the storage, where you can actually store goods and other kinds of values. And finally there's the marketplace, and the marketplace is actually one of the most important places around, especially because in the marketplace you can buy items, you can sell them as well, and also you can hire services for other people as well. So right now I'm an engineer, so I can sell my services so that I can repair other people's stuff. You can also deal privately with another member online, so it's really, really cool. I like that feature. However, this is only the very beginning part of the game. The next part I'm going to get into is Inner City, where you actually go into the cities, you get to kill zombies, loot objects, barricade up yourselves in buildings. Unfortunately though, I do not have all of these features since I just made a new account, so we're just going to have to wait for a little while. Maybe I can post some online game footages in the future. Just going to mute that. Okay. Don't worry about the graphic violence and gore because it's not really that bloody. There's two modes to select from. There's single player and multiplayer. Right now I'm going to select single player because there's times where I need to pause. Right, here we are. If you look very closely at the screen, the HUD display, such as the Nourish display, which displays your hunger, Healthy, which is a very brief description of your health, you have the experience that you have in percentage, as well as the energy, and you have the two different kinds of weapons you can equip, but the maximum weapons is 3. And there's also the gun that you've equipped with the ammo capacity. You can also go up to items and search them. However, I suggest that you do not search very early on in the game, that you go to very far places and select loot, because here on, you wouldn't really find that very good loot. Oh yeah, another really good feature about this game is that it doesn't only allow you to go into different kind of street buildings, it also allows you to go into shops as well. Dead Frontier did a massive overhaul of environments, so for earlier on players, this might be a little bit difficult to get the map. And speaking of maps, you can actually bring up your own map. Let me just kill this zombie here. Now you see how it falls to the floor and dies, and there's still some blood everywhere. The map is actually okay, it's not bad. I suggest that you don't bring up the map though in multiplayer, because there is no pause feature in multiplayer. Here the map describes every single street that you can go on, and it's very, very descriptive, and I like that a lot. Also, the thing in multiplayer is that you can also play with up to 6 people online, and usually their servers are very, very brief descriptions of what you can actually do. Another really realistic feature about this game is aggro, which is basically a feature which attracts zombies whenever you use very loud objects or guns, such as, for example, chainsaws will attract a lot of zombies because of the roaring motor sounds that they make. Guns will also attract zombies because of the loud popping sounds that go off, and other stuff as well. Unfortunately, the very sad thing about Dead Frontier is that its environments are definitely very repetitive. There is absolutely no park whatsoever, hence the name park in some of the city zones, and they're just always a street. They're just always streets, and then that's just basically it. There's nothing really that interesting about the environments. Sure, you'll occasionally come across a huge pile of rotting dead bodies and a huge car wreck that you can loot from, but other than that, it's not really going to be that special. So that's basically it for Dead Frontier. And personally, I think that this is a really very well done game, and it could use a little bit more tweaking, you know, tuning up, but overall I liked it, so I'm probably just going to give this game a 10 out of 10. I hope you like this review of Dead Frontier. This is MrBetaDogg, and I'm signing off.